Now, once again, I find myself covering the Jessie Williams story, okay? There's a number of different things that have come to light, and I just wanted to talk briefly about them. I'm going to talk a little bit about Stacey Dash, Whoopi Goldberg, and the petitions to have him fired from Grey's Anatomy. It's very sad and unfortunate in this country, but it's nothing new and it's not a surprise at all. But it's very sad that when anyone speaks out against the violence that is aimed at the so-called black community, that person is labeled as someone who is trying to divide or someone who is racist themselves. Even so-called white people who have come out against this, they're called race traitors or N-word lovers, or just different little things like that, that they are trying to further the divide. How can you divide something that was already divided? These people who say that he's doing nothing to unify or he's causing division, these people pretend like they don't know that we're already divided. We've never been together, you see. Just because you have small pockets of ignorant people who have the bobblehead syndrome and just love their oppressors no matter what they do, that doesn't account for the majority of us who look at these situations and say, look, what's going on? Can y'all stop killing us? Can we ask that you stop killing us, please? That's all this speech was about. Can you please stop killing folk, black folk, and thinking that it's okay, and thinking that we're supposed to be quiet about it? So they got this petition, several petitions going around wanting him fired because they said that he gave a racially charged, racist, hate-filled speech against so-called white people and police. So if you say that you would like for the police to stop killing unarmed black people, or that you ask that people stop racially profiling and stop killing our children and killing our women and doing all these things, that's anti-white, racist, and hateful, I'm beginning to see a whole different picture of the mindset of the people that say these kind of things. You cannot be rational saying things like that. It's not a rational thought to say. It's just like I said before. It's just like saying that if a woman who was raped starts to talk out, as many do, many rape victims and people that have been molested or abused, they will go and they will speak. And they'll speak out against what happened to them. Now, are we going to start calling these people hateful and divisive because they're speaking out against the violence that was perpetuated against them for being raped or molested? Are we going to start saying that they are full of hate? Do you understand the pattern here? The pattern here is that if you speak out against racism, is that you are the hateful one. And so that proves that we are dealing with a reprobate group of people. Now, I want to talk about Stacey Dash real quick, and I'm going to dash on out of this one. I don't have too much to say about her other than she don't have any type of idea or clue as to what it means to be black. Now, many of you think that she's black. She looks like she's mixed, in which she doesn't claim to be black, okay? And this is why she don't even like to deal with the melanin that's in her, right? I bet she wishes that she can get that she has in her extracted out. Now, Stacey Dash, she continues to make a name for herself, okay? Because she was off the scene for a long time. And so she found her a way back in by hating on black folk. That was her way back into the limelight, because she was like, okay, I don't need my fame to be over, so I need to grab me 15 minutes here, there, and everywhere. And so she says that he's acting like a Negro on a plantation. Okay, I'm dashing on away from Stacey Dash because she's not even worth speaking about with the ignorance that comes out of her mouth the majority of the time, okay? Now, Whoopi Goldberg, that one kind of shocked me, but then again it didn't. This woman is getting a paycheck, so she's going to say whatever she needs to say to keep the money coming in. Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, come on now, Whoopi. Come on now. You've been around long enough to know what's going on in this country. And for you to sit back and try to pretend like they have not appropriated much of our culture and made it popular through their own culture. Like many have pointed out about the braids. All of a sudden, cornrows are popular and nice when worn by someone that's white. But for us, not so much. Don't pretend like you don't know what the sister that was on the panel with you. And she looks mixed. That particular sister looks mixed. I'm not sure if she is or not. But she had more backbone than you did, Whoopi, with all that melanin up in your face. She had more backbone as to stand up and say, look, what they're doing is not the same. Don't try to pretend like when black women are wearing blonde hair that is the same. Now, I do believe it's deplorable. I do get your point in that. But talk about the reasons why black women are wearing blonde hair. We've covered that before, because so-called black men like what they see, so therefore black women are trying to look like what black men like and want and desire. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Let's not play dumb here, Whoopi, okay? And all these petitions to try to get him fired for what? This man had every right to say what he said, okay? And it's always all or nothing for these people. They want you to lose your job, lose your life. They want you to be destroyed. Just for this man speaking out, they want him destroyed. You see, that's the whole difference that we talked about with the gorilla incident and the alligator incident. They didn't ask for a background check on the white dad whose son was killed by the alligators. But they did ask for a background check for the black dad, who wasn't even present when the incident happened. You see? And then they wanted these people prosecuted, and they wanted them to be held responsible for the cost of the gorilla. Okay? But in this case, no prosecution sought, no one asked for it, and nothing was said about the alligators who lost their lives. You see, all we're saying is be fair. But I understand that fairness is not in you. When you are a reprobate nation, you will not be fair. Bottom line.